LifesLemonz was good.
Was good. Woo, woo, woo. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. Yeah, we are in 2025. And we have a crazy story already. But this one's from 2024. So we're going to, at least this type of stuff will be left in 2024. So let's talk about it. Here it is.
I want to head to a developing story that our Fox 35 Orlando team has been covering as a pizza delivery driver was arrested and taken to the Osceola County Jail after she's accused of stabbing a pregnant woman several times over a small tip. That is according to the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. The 22-year-old was arrested Monday and faces charges of kidnapping, home invasion, and aggravated assault. She's also charged under the same statute that covers premeditated murder. Matt Trezza with our Fox 35 Orlando team has much more on that.
Osceola County deputies say Melinda Irizarry was stabbed 14 times, all because a pizza delivery driver didn't get a big enough tip. Osceola County deputies say 22-year-old Brianna Alvelo and a man...
Look at this picture, though. She doesn't even look like she has like any type of remorse. Like,
first of all, she looks like I've seen her already on the news.
she looks like, honestly, someone that I might have worked with back in the day in Florida.
She looks like somebody I know from Florida, which is... And I've seen that kind of face on the news in Florida before. Not saying it's her, but she has a face that looks...
She has
like,
that Florida criminal face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I think she looks like the one girl that, like, hit somebody, I think. There was a girl that hit somebody in Florida that has a face just like that. And she, like, did, like, some sort of hit and run, I think, killed somebody in that hit and run.
I don't know.
No, she was drunk driving. No, it definitely looks like her. It looks like her for sure. It 100% looks... It's a girl that was drunk driving. She killed somebody while she was driving drunk. And she looked just like that.
I don't remember the crime. But for food, for a $2 tip.
$2 tip. Stabbing a pregnant woman.
If you are mad at your tip, get a job. A real job. A 9-to-5. A retail job. A serving job.
Or just, like, be like, better luck on the next one. Like, why do you have to literally go out and stab somebody over a tip?
Yeah. If you're that mad about money,
that's crazy.
You shouldn't be in the public.
Florida strikes again.
Florida man
broke into the motel room where Melinda Irizarry was staying with her boyfriend and 5-year-old daughter. An arrest report says the man pointed a gun at the girl, then forced Irizarry's boyfriend into a bathroom. Then Alvelo allegedly took out a knife. Irizarry needed over 200 staples for cuts across her arms, wrists, shoulders, back, stomach, and breast, 14 in all. She also needed surgeries for a punctured lung and severed tendons in her knee. In the hospital, doctors told her she's also recently pregnant. In an exclusive interview, she says she's lucky to be alive.
Once I realized the severity of the situation, I'm like, oh my God, these people came in here to hurt us.
So far, Irizarry's doctors haven't said when she'll be able to leave the hospital. Alvelo is being held without bond. Deputies are still searching for the man that she was with and asking anyone with information about this case to please give Crime Line a call. In Kissimmee, Matt Trezza, Fox 13 News.
That's wild.
Matt, thank you so much for that report. Our Fox 35 Orlando team has been all over that story, gathering the latest details. And as Matt said, our team did speak one-on-one with the victim via Zoom. And we did kind of take a portion of that interview where she explains what happened here. I do want to play that for you on Live Now from Fox.
My pizza came cold.
Her pizza came cold.
My wings came cold.
So, how? So her food came cold. And that girl still thinks she, deserved a tip. So, I mean, she had no excuse not to tip her.
This whole time, I thought the receiver stabbed.
Yeah, the receiver stabbed, but she's the one that received the food, and the food came cold.
Okay.
So her reasoning to tip is verified.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, her food was cold, so she left a bad tip.
Yeah, so, I mean, she had a reason to tip, I should say.
But she still tipped.
She still tipped. It was $2, but she had every reason not to tip. It's just the right saying.
$2 is sometimes all I can tip sometimes, and I'm not even lying.
Yeah, it's not like sometimes you just can't
please
anyway.
Don't stab me because I'm broke.
If my food came cold and like I'm gonna be tipping less than I would, if at all, even.
I personally am not gonna tip anybody who is bringing my pizza late at an awkward time.
So it's late. It's cold because it was late. That's another thing.
And my pizza is cold. And at night, you know, so I was already kind of getting confused. Like, I already felt a little weird about it, but I didn't think anything of it. So when I got to the door, she seemed very sweet. She had her hair down. You know, she didn't give me no hostile energy until I gave her the money to pay. The pizza and, like, the order, it was about $33. I gave her 2 20s and a 10. So I gave her $50. I'm expecting to receive like $17 change back, which I was going to give her a tip, you know, like I do to everybody that delivers my food. But being that it came late, being that my food was cold, being that it was an awkward time frame, and as soon as I handed this woman the money, she walked away out the door, and my door was still cracked open because I'm expecting my change back, and she just tried to walk away. And I was like,
so she expected
this is how I said it. This is exactly how I said it. Hey girl, I need my change back.
Right.
And she was like, oh, you need your change. Well, we don't offer change.
What?
So she ended up with a $2 tip, which I honestly felt like she didn't even deserve because my pizza was cold.
Nah, she was trying
to
finesse.
It was super late.
Like,
you know, I was just like, she's already giving me attitude. About 30, 40 minutes later, we get a knock on the door.
Oh,
wow.
Loud enough to wake us up from our sleep. So my boyfriend was like, oh, it's late. Don't open the door. But I wasn't thinking anything of it, you know, because it's like,
late?
I'm in a... I don't know if they had, you know, I've never had any occasions. I don't have any problems with anyone. I wasn't like fearing to open the door. I don't know if it was a neighbor maybe asking for something, you know, the hotel lobby manager is coming to say something to me, because it was very odd. We didn't invite anyone over, so I'm like, okay, I'm curious to know who it is. I didn't look through the window or the peephole because I didn't think anything of it. I was half asleep. You know, we had just ate. I woke back up. I opened the door. As soon as I opened the door was cracked. I cracked it open. As soon as I cracked it, she put her foot on the door. And both of their backs were facing me. I couldn't see their face. When I opened the door, they both had their backs towards me. And as soon as it opened, she kind of kicked the door with her foot and like rushed herself in. And they both just rushed in, and she locked the door behind her. As soon as I saw that she locked the door, I realized the situation was a lot more serious than I thought I expected. It just kind of happened so quickly. And from there, as soon as he came in, he pointed the gun at me. Then he pointed the gun at my daughter. I put my hands up. I said, whoa, 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 I have my child. We don't got nothing in there. What's going on? No one said anything. I just said, I got my daughter. What is this? What's going on? They had ski masks on, so we could only see their eyes and their eyebrows, and like their body frame. But I could not. They were not recognizable at all. I was like, who are these people? What is going on? Like it just caught me by surprise. And once I realized the like severity of the situation, you know, I'm like, oh my God, these people came in here to hurt us. As soon as he came in, he pointed the gun at me. Then he pointed it to my daughter, and then quickly pointed it at my partner and told him that he needs to go into the restroom in the bathroom. He just complied, you know, put his hands up and listened to the male, and he forced him into the bathroom where he put him in the tub. He told him to go stand in the bathtub, and I could not see him anymore. I was in
That's a
between
whole
both
lot.
beds with my child, and he forced himself. He forced my boyfriend into the bathroom, and he was holding him at gunpoint the entire time. So, and he was getting close to him, then he would back up, then back close to his head again, then back up. It was too much going on. So, and I'm thinking about my boyfriend, like, if I react anyway, this guy may shoot.
So what I'm waiting to see is, did they even, like, they just did this just to do it? Did they take anything? Did they, like, or they just came in there to stab her and that's it? Like, did they rob her, or like?
It seems like they came and stabbed her.
Like they just targeted her, stabbed her, and then left? I'm not even understanding.
Locked the husband,
They
partner.
They separated them, and then just pretty much the gunman had the husband in the other room, and then the girl was just able to do whatever with her, I guess, which was the stabbing.
Because she said their daughter was there too.
The daughter, yeah.
So I wonder, like, did she just stab while he was in the bathroom?
Yeah, I think so. When, I guess while he was separated, the husband or the partner was separated.
But how did she see that the partner was, like, getting the gun to his head, to his back up,
I guess
back down,
maybe like
down. So I'm like, how did she see if she was getting stabbed? Like,
but it didn't seem like she got stabbed yet, so that's probably still coming up. Let's see.
Situation just becomes 30 times worse. So I just was holding my daughter, telling her it's okay, everything's gonna be okay, it's all right, everything is fine. I'm holding over her, and next thing you know, I feel a big thud on my back.
oh no.
I honestly thought she hit me so hard, I thought it was a punch, because you can hear like the air out of my back.
That was
and
that was
I turned around ready to defend myself. I pushed my daughter out the way onto the bed. I told her to stay right there, and I turned around. And once I looked down on the floor, I was already bleeding all over the floor. So I realized really quickly that she didn't punch me, she stabbed me. So I'm like, she really stabbed me with this pocket knife right now, or I'm not sure if it was a pocket knife or a regular knife, because it was like a foldable one.
Was she pregnant too?
So I'm not exactly sure if it was a blade or a knife specifically, but it was pretty big, and it definitely did a lot of damage to my body. I turned around some more, and she just continued to stab me. She stabbed me again on my back. And after she stabbed me on my back the second time, that's when I felt a whole heap of blood just spew down my back, and I realized I had a huge gash on my back.
God.
And I just laid down on the bed, and she just started slicing me, just going crazy, kind of just taking her, like, she had it in the left hand, so she was just kind of like back swinging and just going crazy and just stabbing me. This really taught me, like, the willpower I didn't even know I had, so it's definitely a big impact, very different change. It's pretty traumatic, just to go through that, with my partner, as well as my daughter seeing that whole thing.
Dang, her daughter had to see that, though.
It's pretty heartbreaking to me. It's just, I didn't want my 5-year-old to see me go through that at all. And I never in my life thought that I would go through something like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty wild right there. Like, that literally just tells you, like, first of all, when it's nighttime, you can't trust anything. Like, people knocking on your door. Yeah. I mean, don't expect it. Not even nighttime, any time of the day.
She was way too, like...
too lenient.
Way too, like, I don't know, blinded. What do you call it when you're, like, not thinking?
She's not, like,
ignorant. Like...
She's not really prepared. She's not... She thinks it's too safe out there. Like, you can't be unprepared and, like, just think everything's, like, nice and easy.
Yeah, because she just opened the door.
Yeah, when you're not expecting anybody, you don't open the door willy-nilly. If it's nighttime, you definitely don't open the door willy-nilly. If you're in Florida, you don't open the door willy-nilly, that's for sure. Mm. And then secondly, that shows how dangerous, like, Uber drivers and stuff could be.
Yeah.
Because that's why I do like the whole Waymo system.
Well, it was Uber Eats.
Yeah, anything Uber, like anything food delivery. Because when those people have your address, they know how to come back to your house. They can target you like they just targeted her.
The thing is that once you complete a delivery, because I've done Uber Eats and I've done DoorDash, and they take the address away, right away. Yeah. So that means she had to screenshot it or write it down.
That's the thing. Like you don't know who's coming to your house with these delivery apps, and if they find you an easy target, they can easily just be like, "Oh yeah, she lives over there. I know where she lives." They can easily go back to your house. Yeah. And then this girl already had a grudge about that $2 tip, which I guess started this whole thing, which is crazy.
And they just robbing people.
Yeah.
Or they trying to, and they killing people.
I don't even know what they did in there. Like, they didn't take anything though. Like, what's the point of that? That was purely over the $2 tip grudge. Yeah. I feel like they were already bound to rob some people based off of they already had the mask. She had a man with her already. They had the guns, and then this girl that they delivered to happened to just trigger something in her with that $2 tip, and she became a victim.
I don't like to pay cash for deliveries because of that. Like, you want your tip, you want your change.
Yeah, do it all over the app.
They're counting it, and they know, oh, she's got this much money. I better get a good tip.
Wait, why is she dealing cash anyway?
I think she ordered it directly from the pizza spot.
That's even crazier.
No, Uber Eats, though.
They don't do cash. That's odd.
I don't know. Maybe she went through, the restaurant, put in the order through the restaurant, and they use Uber Eats.
That's odd, yeah. Because, honestly, I've never seen them deal with cash like that, which is odd.
But it's old school. We used to order pizza and pay in cash.
That's classic days, yeah, where they can count it up. And then they could see the tip right away. But with the apps, they're already gone by the time they get the tip. So they're not going to bother using all that energy to, turn around. Unless they're crazy like this person. This girl's really crazy.
Yeah, she was premeditated because she had to screenshot it.
And she came back 40 minutes later, so they planned it out.
Yeah, 40 minutes later, that address is not going to be pulled up in your app.
Exactly.
It's not. They take it away right away.
Let's see what the comments have to say about it.
Do you want to head to...
So let's see. Let's check out some of these comments here. I used to deliver DoorDash and Uber. Customers skipped on the tip constantly, to the point where I was spending more on gas than I was making deliveries. So you know what I did? I stopped working for Uber and DoorDash. Thank you. You say that all the time and find it that's all you got to do is do something else.
Literally.
She looked for something else with a better paying wage. Someone who works for delivery apps and use delivery apps, I am well aware everybody involved is getting screwed except the delivery apps. Yeah. You know what you're getting into if you're working for these apps.
Just go work at a bar.
Work at a bar or restaurant if you're really that pressed about the tips. I never blame the customers. I blame the service. Tipping culture, price hikes, hidden unnecessary fees. What she did was so infuriating. If you're not happy with your pay, get another job. That's it. That pretty much sums up everything.
That's what I say. But it's just wild to me that you would try to attempt to basically kill someone.
Yeah, literally. I'm surprised that lady survived. 14 stabs.
She survived. I'm glad she survived.
Yeah, that's gonna be nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess
if you need a real job, you're struggling that much to the point where you're crazed and you're psycho and you don't know what to do and you're thinking about anything bad, then maybe, just maybe, you should try a different industry.
Yeah, if $2 is causing
it's gonna make you go
crash out, then Try something else.
Then maybe a serving job or retail. I mean, if you don't got no patience,
you can't deal with people.
To do it, you don't got no patience for a tip. It would be really hard for you to even be normal, you know? Like,
yeah. They're really broke, though, if they're trying to rob people and stuff, too. So
she belongs to the jail.
Yeah, she needs to be in there.
The jail is going to be her house. And you know what? Now you don't got no bills. Now you don't gotta wait and pay for food. now you don't gotta pay rent.
She don't gotta worry about tips no more.
Because now we taking care of you in jail.
Well, that's the story.
Bye.
Yeah, peace out. And if you're in Florida, be careful.
And where all my Florida peeps at? 561 305.
Peace.